Hey guys, alright, Brett from Mind Body Martial Arts here, back with the continuation of today's qigong morning training. I got interrupted, so it's no longer morning training for me now, but I did some of it and now we're going to carry on. I also did a bit of a stream earlier on, and yeah, I was talking about stuff, so it ended up taking too long. Okay, but anyway, let's recap what we've covered. Okay, so we've covered in internal breathing. Yeah, we've covered, so you do 9 breaths. Qigong is just mobile yoga. Yeah, so we've covered internal breathing. So I just want you guys to do. I'm just doing a recap of what we've trained so far this morning. So I want you guys to do the 9 breaths. The 9 breaths into the abdomen, out in through the nose, out through the mouth. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. When you do that, that's always a good thing to do because it means when you're fighting you don't bite your tongue, because you can do that. Okay, so do that. Then we explored the link between rocking forward and rocking back with your breath. So when you breathe in, just shifting your weight onto your forefoot a little. Yeah, and that allows, that engages your core here, yeah? So we explored that, yeah, and we were doing raising the breath and down, yeah? So you're becoming light as you breathe in, raising the hands, and you're becoming heavy as you sink the hands down. And the reason you were becoming light and heavy is because as you breathed in, you were going onto the forefoot, and it was tightening these muscles. Breathing in, and as you breathed out, you're lowering onto the heels like so, yeah, and you're breathing down, okay? So we covered that. So we did our 9 breaths. We did raising, sinking with breath, yeah? We did reaching the sky, which is another posture. So again, as you breathe in, you come up onto the toes a little, you reach, and you breathe out, yeah? And you breathe out. And you breathe out. And you can already feel the body starting to heat up. So we covered those, reaching and breathing that way, reaching and breathing. So from reaching the sky, from that posture, yeah, we covered the next posture, which is just opening up the chest and shoulders and breathing and just twisting left and right, twisting left and right. Yep. Yeah. And also pulling. So you're pulling your shoulder blades out. Yeah, by pushing against your head, keeping the spine straight, keeping the body aligned, and you're doing some breathing like that. Okay, then we're reaching forward. So we're reaching forward. You're going onto the toes a little bit. Yeah, as you breathe out. Yeah. So you're reaching forward as you breathe out. Yep. And you're pulling forward. Yep. And that's the next part. So reaching forward, pushing. And up you come. Excellent. Alright. Then what we're doing is after that, we've reached up here, we've opened up here. We're going to reach forward again in the next posture. Yeah, you're going to breathe out. You're going to reach forward like so. Yeah, I'll try and get it so you guys can see. Reach forward like so. And again, you're going slightly onto your tiptoes, pushing out. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Just push. And you can have your feet slightly apart, or you can have them very together. I have them slightly apart because I've got bow legs. Yeah, so that's one of the next postures. So remember when we're doing this breathing, that when we breathe in, we're trying to go onto our forefoot, and when we breathe out, we're trying to go onto our heels. Yeah, that's how it works. And we're doing the Jing, which is the adjusting the parts of the body, or the brocade, and that's part of the theme of training for this year, yeah, which is qigong and iron body qigong, yeah, and these things are like a mobile yoga, so they're not magic, They're just like a mobile yoga. Okay, let's go on to the next posture. So often after we've done our forward breathing, yeah, after we've done our forward breathing like so, I've got a comment here. Nicholas has come along. Hey Nick, I've seen you about on some of the comments and stuff, mate. Nick says, does barefoot running help? Yeah, I'm a bit of a fan of the barefoot running. Yeah, so we've done, it definitely helps with your balance and coordination of your body. Knuckle press-ups are awesome as well. I always advocate knuckle press-ups. Yeah, so we've done our reaching and breathing. Yeah. So it's a practical exercise here, guys, because we're reaching forward as far as we can. It's causing us to have to use our internal breathing. It's adjusting our body. Yeah, we've reached up like this. We've adjusted the 3 heaters. We're leaning left. We're leaning right. Adjusting the body. Adjusting the organs with breath. Yeah, then we're reaching forward. Yeah, as well. Reaching forward. Yeah, we're doing a few sets of those. I'm speeding it up a bit here. And you can see how we're straightening out the spine, straightening out the shoulders. We're just trying to get that tension and get that breath going, okay? So, we've done those. From here now, we've worked up here a little bit, yeah? From here now, we're going to reach for each toe consecutively. So we're just going to reach for this foot on the exhale. Breathe in, reach for this foot. Breathe in, breathe out, reach for this foot. Breathe in, breathe out, reach for this foot. Breathe in, breathe out, reach for this foot. And the thing is, with anything actual, real Kung Fu, once people find out how actually really it's just a mechanical exercise and it requires actual doing, that's usually when people give up because there's no magic or anything like that. Once they find out it's a physical thing you have to train, yeah? So this is Jing. This is the almighty and magical qigong, but there's no magic behind it. It's just physical adjusting of the body, yeah? So there we're just adjusting each side equally. Okay, so we've done some reaching. Okay, now we're going to carry on with the reaching. So we're going to breathe in again to our abdomen, again with our internal breathing. We're going to rock forward as we breathe in. The hands are going to come down and we're going to reach forward. I'm going to reach here as we breathe out. And you see how that straightens the spine. Yeah. Then you're going to walk back. Breathe in again. Reach forward. Straighten the spine. Walk back. Breathe in. Reach forward. Spine. Straighten. Walk back. Yeah, you're going to do that a couple of times. Breathe in. Yeah. And you're going onto your tiptoes. Then you take that into the floor. So you breathe in, you breathe out, you reach as far as you can, just onto the tiptoes a bit. And you walk back. Then you reach a little bit more. Boom, boom, boom. You take a few steps, and you're on the tiptoes. And you're on your freaking tiptoes and fingertips. Yeah, if you can see that. I'll move back a little bit more so you can. Breathe in, breathe out, push your hands forward, straightening the spine, walk a few steps with your fingers and really stretch it out. And walk back. Excellent. So, cool thing with that is it's straightening the spine and it's also putting strength into the fingers, which is good. But again, it's just a training exercise. That's all it is. Okay, now I want you guys to breathe in through lips like this. Yeah, your hands go here. This is a bit of an iron body breath technique. Your hands go here, clip the spine, support the kidneys, and you're going to, as you breathe in, well, you do that one breath just to prepare, but then breathe out. As you breathe in, raise onto the toes, boom, and drop onto your heels. Raise onto the toes, drop onto the heels. Do this 7 times. 2, 3. So this is just massaging the organs. 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got a comment here. Nick just said he can do one-arm pull-ups. Yeah, Nick, mate. I'll chat about it more and other things, and I also spoke about it in my podcast. But I'm a big believer in one of the best things you can do is toughening your body up first and adding that to your martial arts. So anything you can do to make yourself stronger, grip strength, body strength, anything you can do is great, is awesome, and is applicable for martial arts in that way. Okay, guys, so postures from the Jing that we've done. Obviously, we've done breathing and lifting, standing on the spot. Yeah, yep. We've done pressing forward, or we can do pressing forward. Pressing forward is pretty much the same. We'll do that actually in a bit. So we've done breathing, lifting, breathing on the spot. We've done raising like so. That's one of the postures. We've done reaching forward, adjusting, pulling the neck. We've done then reaching forward with the open hand, reaching forward. Again, adjusting the body and the neck and the organs. We've done reaching to the side, reaching each foot alternatively. Yeah, that's another one. We've done this tiger style stretch into like a cat style stretch. Yeah, and that's again another position from the Jing, which is, you can see what they're doing. They're just mobilizing your body and such. Every now and then stop and do 9 breaths of your internal breathing. I mean, you should be doing this breathing anyway but just in case your breathing's going out of rhythm, just do 9. Yeah, in through the nose, out through the nose, and you're pulling the abdomen in. Yeah, if you wanna, just rock forward. Can 3, 4, weight goes back on the heels. Weight goes onto the toes. Weight goes back onto the heels, reaching down. Toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, yeah? And that's what you want to do. It doesn't have to be as pronounced as what I'm doing, but just shift that weight and that balance. It's working those different parts of the body. Okay. Next posture we're going to do drawing the bow, shooting the arrow. Yeah? I agree. Toughening up the body is what focus on most working out. Most people never work out that way. Strange. Yep. So Nick's saying he agrees with people just toughening their body up as part of the working out, and I agree totally, mate. So we're doing drawing the bow and shooting the arrow here. Okay, it's another qigong posture. So we're gonna stand in horse stance. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what. We'll do striking first, because so part of building your body alignment and stuff is like building your horse stance. So what we'll do first is we'll do suspending or grabbing the urn. Yeah. So stand. This is a classic qigong posture. I'm not sure if it's part of. I don't think it's part of the Jing, but I like to add it in as an iron body posture. Yeah. So you stand with your feet sort of comfortably apart, and you push it out into the floor. Hey, Dashit, good morning. So you push out into the floor. We're just doing some morning qigong stuff, which I started earlier on. We're carrying on now because qigong is the theme of the year. Trying to get people doing it every single day, building into their routine. And I'm just showing you guys some Jing, which is adjusting the brocade, and some of the other ones that I use in part of my qigong routine. So this is a real good one, this adjusting the urn. So you stand like so, much like the skill of Nephirite belt from the 72 Secret Arts of the Shaolin, and you imagine that as you breathe in, remember what I said with this difference between rocking onto your toes and then going onto your heels. As you breathe in, you draw your belly in, you tighten everything up, or you draw your belly in with natural breath, and you imagine you're gripping. Yeah? As you breathe out, you sink out onto the toes. Yeah? Onto the heels, sorry. Breathe in. Toes. In. Now, if you want more movement, as you breathe in, you can just move your hands like so, and imagine you're really gripping that in. And as you breathe out, you can push your hands, yeah? You can do as much or as little movement as you want, yeah? But the cool thing about this posture is it can be a relatively relaxed just qigong morning posture, or it can be an iron body qigong posture when you put more muscle and more breath and more everything into it. Yeah, but we're just doing the relaxed version. And you'll see that what you should be doing, as you imagine you're gripping this big pot and lifting it, you will naturally tilt your pelvis and elongate your spine, yeah? Because that's what happens when you lift something, yeah? And that's one of the secrets of the qigong posture, is the alignment, yeah? So you imagine and you put it down. And you put it down. You imagine, swallow, and you put it down. Imagine, swallow, and you put it down, yeah? So work yourself through a few of those, and that again will start to nourish, it will start to build. So that's what we'll do from doing that one. So that wasn't part of the Jing, but I always added in, and it's a good iron body thing. From that one, we'll stand in horse stance. Again, we're not going too crazy. We're standing in a strong horse, and we're gonna strike forward because that's part of the Jing. That's one of the postures that you use. So you stand in a horse stance. Yeah, and we're going to strike forward. We'll keep our fists flat like this for now. And we're going to strike forward. Yeah, and we're going to grab forward, grab forward, grab forward, grab forward. Yeah. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, look straight ahead. So look straight ahead. Cock the legs in. Breathe into the abdomen. Now you can tilt your hands the full way around. It doesn't matter. It's not really. We're not really punching here. It's just one of the Jing postures. Yeah. Yep. So do some of those for a time. That's another one of the postures. Yeah, Nick's saying about this physical training of the ancient Spartans. Yes, physical training is important, and that's part of what this Jing is. It's an old form of just slowly training yourself. Okay, so from there we've done some horse stance. We're going to go into shooting the bow, yeah, and arrow. So already, hopefully, you guys should see the alignment that's happening here, and the distance between my legs is a good distance. That it's when my body straightens, it's forming a good like a structure. Yeah, that's part of what qigong is all about. We'll do a few of these. Yeah, into the nose. Out through the nose. Okay, so we're going to reach now. Yeah, so I'm going to have to go back a bit. We're going to reach all the way forward. This is drawing the bow. When we reach forward to this position, we're going to adjust a little, and we're going to lock ourselves in here. You see it's pulling, and we're going to draw there, yeah? So we lock ourselves in to stretch. That's part of the stretch. We're reaching, yeah, we're drawing, locking ourselves in. And as we're doing that, we're then shifting onto the back leg, yeah? So there we go, boom. Yeah, then we're doing the same on the other side. We're breathing in, we're reaching, adjusting, gripping, locking ourselves in, adjusting back as we pull, and the fingers go in this form. But it doesn't really matter. This is the stretch point here, this, yeah? But that's drawing the bow here, yeah? That's the importance of the posture, and also the importance of the posture is the difference between this and this and this and this, and that's something you can just do anyway, yeah? But draw, 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 yeah? Draw, draw, and try and keep your legs wide. And I'm gradually creeping towards the camera. Now, if you ever see people doing Tai Chi, and you ever see people doing these maneuvers without the legs, they're not getting the benefit, all right? It doesn't exist without legs and breath, yeah? So there we go again. The legs are the structure. Reach, that's the purpose of the qigong. So already in reaching, you're pulling your structure. Yeah, you're adjusting your structure. And you reach forward, and you're chambering your legs. If I move back, you should see how it's chambered, or if I move to the side. Then here, when I imagine I'm pulling the bow and arrow is pulling your bow stance. So I'm pulling, yeah, straightening, aligning, yeah. I'm putting tension into there. Then I'm pulling back, yeah, and that's adjusting, yeah. Then I'm turning, adjusting, reaching forward again, pulling, same thing the other way. Reaching as far as I can, pulling back, yeah, and then yep, and that's a classic posture from the Jing. Many people will recognize that, pulling the bow, drawing the arrow. Okay, from there, we've done that. So now this is a good one for iron head training. We'll push here, push up, take a breath in. The head canters backwards, and we go all the way here. We go down, 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 down. We go up to an extended spine. We breathe in, and we go back. Back, 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 back to an extended spine. See how my spine straightens? Extend, breathe in, down. Careful you don't fall over, because it can be a tricky one. Try and get your legs to a relaxed state. Yep, I always find there's a little bit of wobbling to and fro there, but okay. That's called something like shaking the head, adjusting the tail. And again, it's a great one for adjusting the spine and like iron head training, because you have to have that adjusted spine. In between sets, you can, this is an iron palm training method, but in between sets you can rub your chest, your breast here, and rub your back, because you've got to keep your kidneys warm. Yeah. Keep those kidneys warm, your whole body should be warm. And this is why you can use this for iron body training, because you train a bit of this, your whole body's warm, your alignment's good, your energy's sort of flowing. Yep. And then also rub like so. Yeah, you might have seen that on this occasion, both of my hands are palm facing into the stomach. Yep, twisting. Nick says I've got that old-fashioned muscular look from back in the day. It's probably just, thank you, it's probably just the moustache. Yep, that's because I do old stuff like lift rocks and bloody crazy shit. So if you look at my rock lifting videos that I've got. Okay, carry weights, long distance. That was last year's theme of training, by the way, is all that. So. Nine breaths. So yeah, this routine at the moment is taking me usually about 45 minutes, but even if I'll do a broken down one, even if you just go into the postures and just do it for a few minutes, you know, it's still benefiting you. You know, if you stand and reach forward and breathe, if you stand down and just do a few breaths as best as you can like this, if you reach up to the sky, breathe in. If you adjust, which we didn't do, the sides, yeah. These things are going to help you to sort out your body. Okay, so I think, excuse me, I think we've more or less, oh no, we've still got some more, so we're onto the legs here. Okay, so we're going to go this way. Yeah, we're going to come back on our leg here with the breathe back. 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 Now actually what I like to do with this one is I like to bend it and come down the back of the tendon as if I'm reaching, and breathe in, and then come back here like that. Yeah. Yep. We face the other way, but there's a number of different ways you can do it. So we come back here, lean back. And every now and then, you might get your breath out of whack. But it doesn't matter, because the tension in your body will soon sort that out. So don't worry too much about that. Lean, 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 and then manually do it a little. Lean, and this way. Lean, 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 lean. Okay, this is a funny one we're going to do now. This is a real old one actually. So we're going to go here, we're going to lean down, it's a tiger, step, and you're going to go onto the toes, you reach forward, you come back up, and then you can either keep doing it on that side or do it on the other side, which is I have to move, and forward, and back, and forward, and back, and forward, and back, forward, and back. And just think the control here of the toes and the legs. As you breathe in, yeah, and you crouch, and you overreach, and you lean. Watch out for the toes, knees on toes, by the way. Yep. Yeah. So this is an iron body breathing method now. So breathe in, breathe out as you crouch, reach, breathe in. You see what I'm doing with the legs? As I breathe out, everything's down and open, open. As I breathe in, it's closing. I'm locking that core. Locking that core. Yeah? Yeah? And that's why that's considered an iron body breathing method, because as you can probably see, you're packing like qi or whatever breath, you're packing that into your dantian, or you're meant to be when you're doing this posture. Yeah, so you start it like so. Hands come out as you come forward with the breath. As you breathe out, you go down with your toes out. And as you breathe in, you reach. There. Yeah, you breathe out again. You breathe in, reaching. And this really warms up the body, yeah? So that's why I added in at the end there, because as you can see, I mean, I'm sweating. So now after doing those, it's great. You can do your iron body beating, you can do your iron palm training, blah, blah, blah. You can do whatever it is you want to do. Yep, I'm just shaking my hands out of it. Okay, so pretty much, I think we've done the majority of some of all the positions that I want to show today from the Jing. We've done standing and breathing, being careful to rock with the breath, in, out onto the heels, in light onto the toes, out heavy onto the heels. That's a principle you carry throughout the whole training. We've done reaching the sky, we've done reaching forward, we've done reaching each alternative foot. We've done adjusting the body here by adjusting the neck, but also pulling up on the shoulders to allow it to stretch and open up. Yep. We've done drawing the bow and arrow position. Yep. So drawing the bow and arrow position to adjust this bit of the body. We've then done adjusting the head and tail with the counter movement. Yeah, we've done that. Great one for our body. Finally, to make you guys hate me even more, we'll finish off with some Rooster, which is, this plays with this weight distribution. Yeah. So here, take a big breath in, or however you want to have your hand. Breath in. Yeah, and you're gonna lower. Down, yeah, da. Yeah, see, I'm good, I'm happy. We're then gonna come up. Breath in, core locked. Down, Rooster. Up. Other side, same. In, down. Yep. You gotta watch your balance there. Yep, down. And you can see the difficulty, but the not so much super difficulty, yeah? And again, but don't worry too much about that rubbish, just get your balance right, do some Rooster. Yep. Yeah, forefoot, other side, thumb, however you want to do your hands, I don't care, it's your legs that matter. You can try and keep yourself really straight, dum. Yep, cool. So you can finish off with some horrible Rooster to really build the legs. And afterwards, shake out the body. Up, turtle. Crush in on your elbows. Crush in on those elbows. Push the spine. Push, crush. There we go. Twist. Okay, so I appreciate, for anyone who's here, that the version I've shown before and these two have different bits here and there. But I like to chop and change my routines. I also like to just see how I feel. But inside the principle of all those things is Jing, which is a couple 8 postures or so from traditional Shaolin Kung Fu or traditional Kung Fu, which have been used for thousands of years or hundreds and hundreds of years to promote longevity and health in the body, energy levels, by mechanically like massaging and helping the body. Yeah, I've added to that, geez, I'm sweaty. I've added to that my some iron body trainings and breathings. I'm going to use my iron hand shirt that I've got here to de-sweat myself. But I've added to those things some also other kinds of breathing that I think will benefit you guys. And yeah, I've put that out there for everyone to practice. My hope is that everyone will practice these things, and they'll join me when I can to do them every day, and we will build everyone's qigong, and also learn that it's a physical thing. It's just a physical practice like yoga. Yeah, it's not. If you stand around trying to make it magical all day, you actually will get less benefit from it, because imagined energies is not going to make your body better. It's the physical doing of the postures that is why they work, straightening out the body, blah, 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 blah. Now, I do want to do some sand bucket training. So I've got my sand bucket training over there. There's another thing on top of there, but that's a little bit of a secret. But I've got my sand bucket training, so I did want to do some of that. So if you guys, anyone who wants to join in or see the odd sand bucket training, you can tune in a little bit, and I'll start doing that. I won't do it on this stream because it'll confuse the whole thing. But yeah, hopefully you guys have had some good training there. Please look into Jing. You don't have to copy the things that I'm doing here. You can go to the Jing. You can see some of the best Shaolin people doing it. Just go online and you can see. One thing I'll say about those is don't get overcomplicated with all the in-between movements. Yeah? Who's this? Oh, Rashid. How are you doing, Rashid? Don't get overcomplicated with all the in-between movements, yeah? It's the core postures that you want, yeah? The only thing you need to know is breathing into the belly, and as you breathe, you rock forward to raise a little, and breathing out, belly comes out onto heels, yeah? Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the nose. Every now and then, breathe, swallow, breathe out, and follow that spittle down. That's how you try and visualize the whole energy side of things, if that's what you believe in. Yeah, I mainly focus on the physical aspect of the exercise, and I'll let the energy or esoteric develop itself, because that takes a lot of time, and you can't make it happen really here. You just have to do it. Do it. Okay? So that's part of the reason why we're doing it every day this year. So that's that. Those are the important points. Breathe and raise. Abdomen, breathe out, lower. Raise, lower. Raise, lower. Those are the points. Breathe like that and do the postures. So there's only like 8 of them. And like I've summed them up about 5 times. But it's like pushing forward, pushing down, suspending the urn, pushing at the sky, holding here, reaching forward there. There's this one here to freaking undo the shoulders, and that one here to undo the other shoulders. Yeah. There's drawing the bow and arrow, drawing the bow, pushing the arrow, like we just described before. There's standing in horse stance and striking, which again is just standing in horse stance. But you kind of trying to build that tendon elasticity or whatever you want to call it. So do those. What else? It looks like everyone's joined now after this is finished. Will the breathing help with weightlifting? For example, squats and deadlifts. Yeah, the breathing will help with weightlifting, man. Especially if you're bracing yourself. For instance, most people don't know this. You got your squat belt, yeah, or your deadlift, whatever. What you're meant to do when you're going to lift your squat, everyone like squats and then they breathe out. What you're meant to do is you're meant to breathe in, and you're meant to brace your actual muscles against the belt. That's why old style Shaolin used to wear belts, and that's why we have belts and sashes in martial arts, because part of helping your breathing is to brace the muscles against something, you know, like a bandage support. Yeah, so when I actually do these trainings, usually I wear a weights belt and I wear it around there, so I'm constantly bracing against it. I just haven't worn it today because people will be like, what the hell's going on? It's weird, but it's one of my sort of little secrets, yeah? So you brace your, so yeah, you got your weight. Oh, I've got a weight here. This is a bonus for you. So you got your weight. Yeah, you got your weight on the rack. Yeah, you breathe in. You brace your muscles against your belt. You keep them braced. Then you squat down, really pushing your stomach out. Then you squat up. Then you reset. Yeah. And yeah, it does help you. That's kind of how you're actually meant to use a weight belt. And if you don't believe me, there's quite a lot of Olympic lifters and stuff who will attest to the same thing. But yeah, anyway, I mean, look at that. I've done the qigong. I've just been standing here doing this qigong. I am sweating. And that goes to show you the internal processes that it kind of activates. And now, if I've got to do my iron palm training, yeah, like look, I've got but this isn't for now, but I got here my steel bag full of steel powder, yeah. So if I want to do my iron palm training now, yeah, I'm really nice and warm. I can do the training, I can do the stuff. And it'll be awesome. So anyway, but I want to build people with the qigong first, yeah, before we go doing crazy shit like that. I'm going to come off here and I'm going to go into my sand bucket. And if anyone wants to see that, I just thought I'd show more of my trainings like I used to do in the old days. But I'm going to go into the sand bucket training now. Anyone interested can watch, can come. So I'm going to cancel this and I'll see you guys on the sand bucket training.